a second-hand coat. I want a yacht, not a cheap little boat. I tell my daddy not to be depressed. All I need for happiness is the best. I want a diamond, nothing else has appeal. And when it comes to men, you know how I feel. I want a real man. Give me a real man, you know what I mean. I want a real man. Oh, real man, you're what I need.
All right, here we go. You guys all fired up? You ready to go?
Who are you?
Right.
Riker, did someone dress you up clearly?
It was a girl, actually.
Hey, welcome to Real Men. I'm your host, Tim Steeves. We have a great panel assembled, so let's meet them right now. Krista Sutton is here. Hi, Krista.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
I'm doing
Also
great.
Joining us today, Chuck Byrn will be with us. Good to see you, Chuck. And Tim Reichert also in the couch today. And as well, Ted Dykstra. Ted Dykstra also here. And actually, we're going to get it started with Ted with a little commentary. Ted.
Hey, welcome to another life-altering episode of Real Men. Today on Real Men, we're going to talk about female bosses. Now, 45% of men said that they would prefer a male boss to a female boss, over 20%. So it's 2 to 1 in favor of male bosses instead of female. Even though another study, don't you love studies, another study says that females actually make better bosses. So why would this be? Well, I can tell you that 100% of that 45% are married. Married men already have a female boss, okay? Your wife is the mother of all bosses. My wife can make me do absolutely anything without any protest from me whatsoever. She makes me pee into a bucket in the middle of the night so that I don't walk by our son's room and wake him up. Not only that, I have to tilt the bucket on an angle so that the pee runs down the side of the bucket and doesn't make noise hitting the bottom of the bucket because that would wake her up, okay? I have a female boss. I know what that's like. Men invented cities and jobs and buildings so that they can get away for 8 hours and just have an environment in which they feel like they're the boss. They don't really do anything at these jobs. They push some paper around, they roll up their sleeves and sign some things. They talk to Josh in accounting. They sit around the water cooler talking about the Taliban. But that's about it. Because they need to maintain the fragile illusion that they're in control of something, goddammit, because at the end of the day, it's back to the real boss, a woman. Over to you, sir.
Nicely done, Ted. Teddy Ballgame getting us kicked off. And that's excellent work, man. Female bosses. Chuck, what do you think? Would you like to have a female boss?
I think Ted's whipped.
That's what I think. I didn't want to say it.
You're
he's
whipped
got it
like
right
nobody's
on.
business. You've resigned yourself to the fact that women are going to run
Professionally
your
whipped.
life. I've never had a female boss, but I haven't had a lot of office jobs, so it really hasn't been an issue for me. I've had to answer to women before in this business, the business we're in. There's a lot of women that have power, more so than I think than most industries.
Absolutely.
And I don't know.
You think that's-
would I mind having a female boss? No.
You think that's true, Tim?
I feel silly talking about this because my first boss ever 22 years ago was a woman, and I've had many female bosses over the years, and yeah, I love female bosses. I wish all the bosses were female, just because I think then everybody has an equal chance of sleeping your way to the top.
So much easier.
Because
This is your big
if
secret.
all
yourself.
bosses were female, because guys can sleep with women to sleep to the top, and women are all bi, we know that. So everybody has an opportunity.
So we know who we're going to promote because we can go either way. We can sleep with the
Exactly.
female underling or the male underling.
Exactly.
I'm just a little worried because Ted's kind of figured it all out.
I just figured
It's
out
just
the
our
meaning
big
of pee
conspiracy.
whipped. It's exactly what with the pee, and it's pee whipped. I'm pee whipped because I pee.
Do you actually do this?
I actually.
You try the silent
I actually do
pee?
this. I asked my wife if it was okay if I said that today.
See, if I ever get
Okay.
into a situation
Just ask.
where I'm
Makes it
being
extra
weird.
instructed to pee in a bucket in my own house,
You know what?
No.
I might continue to
No,
do it
that's
because
it.
you don't have to walk to the bathroom. It's not as bad as it sounds.
I got to back Ted up on that. I'm also the married guy, and yeah, I was totally in tune with.
You're disappointing
we
all
know
our
what it's
female
like to have.
viewers.
We know what it's like to have a
But
female boss.
You just do it. You
Female
just,
viewers.
You just do it.
Pun
It's
you know?
great. Nobody understands the wonderfulness of having somebody else make decisions
Freedom.
for you, and it's
Freedom.
total freedom. You just get to
Absolutely.
walk
Krista,
around.
what do you?
yeah, but it might be freedom at home. It's not freedom at work. I mean,
But we don't work, none of us.
You see, I
we
think
don't
it
even know what a
depends-
job
Well,
is.
neither-
Depends
being
where
under
you're
a male
coming from.
boss.
I mean, they talk about there's still not a lot of CEOs that are women.
See, my
There's-
silence
there's-
is
Yeah,
showing
let's
The
get
glass
the female.
ceiling, this
Hold
still
on,
does
Chuck.
exist to
Enough
some
from
extent.
Chuck. Let's get
No,
the
but wait,
female
this is-
perspective.
Vagina. Vagina.
I'm proving something here because we'll just sit and listen,
That's
and we
right.
do have a good skill set to be bosses because we're good. We're just sitting here and listening, kind of sussing out the situation, and then we can just come in with the decision.
But
and-
see, we don't want that because you will take over. Because you're
Well, darn
better
right.
than us in pretty much every way, and it's a secret that we
What are
keep.
you giving up?
But don't you think we are better?
You're better than us in every way.
They're better
You
at
just
organizing things.
Oh, yeah,
They're better
men
at all
suck.
kinds of
Hold
stuff.
on a minute.
No, they don't suck. They
Let's
just
hear from
I'm going to be
Krista.
the boss for the minute.
Krista,
here.
would you
See?
like to have a
Look.
female boss?
Okay.
Oh, see, that's a whole different story when you get a couple of women working together. Yeah,
Amen,
no,
sister.
it's not.
Well, didn't
not
that study say that
necessarily-
more women prefer to have a male boss?
That's right.
Yeah.
Most
Yeah.
this study now, study schmuddy. I mean,
Right.
where some people got asked the question, and most men said they'd rather have a female boss.
You'd rather have a male. Well, who
No,
doesn't
I
like
don't know if
sexual
I'd rather
tension
have a
between them and
male,
their boss?
but
It's a card you can play, right?
Having two female bosses or two female people
What's the
working
job?
together.
That's my question.
Yeah, it depends
What's
on
the
what the job
Is
is.
it Burger King or is it a law firm?
Well,
if it's
assume
Burger
it's an
King,
office job of some
it's
kind.
an office job of some
Most
kind.
jobs are office
Go with the
jobs.
officey.
See, again, I don't think they do anything.
I mean, it gets
office jobs.
confusing if you have two women working
Would you,
together.
would
then
you
don't know
prefer
what
a
the
male boss
politics are
yourself
gonna be.
over a female boss?
I don't know.
Yes.
I've worked with both.
See, I think women are much harder on women than they are on men.
Yeah, okay, that's an easier way of saying it than me working with a female boss. I think having a female boss, they are harder on you.
But why are
They'll
men-
judge a lot quicker. What kind of person you are quickly. Oh, she's blonde, so therefore she's this, or she's skinnier than me, so she's that. There's a lot of politics that go into
Women
Do you
that.
has
find,
just
do you
as
find the
many
difference
judge-
between working with a female boss over a male boss? Are you able to sway a male boss more with the sexual tension that may or may not be present? But
Might be.
yeah,
Always is
exactly.
present.
Yeah,
Well-
what am I talking about?
Not that I'm saying it here, but maybe, yeah.
Yeah, like wouldn't you feel like, okay, you had a male boss for a while, you were able to sweet talk him once in a while. Now in comes the female boss. Oh shit, there goes half my
Can't
power.
play that card.
Or there goes my
Because you don't
card.
have
Yeah.
anything else working for you, really, do you?
No, not a lot of smarts or anything, and I stink at math. So
That's all our time for this segment. Female boss, male boss, whatever. Either way, you got to get the work done, I think. We're coming right back.
Either way, you got a boss, and that sucks.
Yeah.
Follow the sport, like basketball.
Like basketball?
Yeah. So it's easy to follow, so I can understand it.
You get basketball.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back to Real Men. Unbelievable, this place. We're trying to keep the dogs in line. This segment, we're going to talk about female sports fans. Are they more of a turn on if your lady likes the sports? Is that an extra bonus? Let's find out. Krista Sutton, get us kicked off.
Randy Johnson, Dick Trickle, Radic Bonk, Randy Johnson. Do I make you horny, baby? Do women who love sports, can rattle off sports statistics in any sport and have their own hockey pool make you horny? Or are these elusive creatures just found in the fantasy dictionary under the same area with the Loch Ness Monster and the Tooth Fairy? Or maybe you don't want to run into them. I mean, they're just plaid-shirted, lesbian, dyke, rink rats anyway, aren't they? And you don't want to run into them anyway because sports is just a thing to do with the guys. Well, guys, you are missing out. Just think Saturday night, cozy on the couch, and your little sweet number is whispering Radic Bonk in your ear. It's true. They are out there. Tim, have you found any?
Thanks, Krista. Okay, interesting. Whether the Johnson we're talking about is Randy or Magic, either way you mention it, it's a joke. But anyway, let's get this. Hey, do you like Timmy? What do you think? A female sports fan, extra turn on?
Absolutely, it's definitely a balance though. It's got to be, you want her to like sports enough that she's not going to turn off the hockey game and make you put on Martha Stewart, but you don't want her volunteering for a pit crew at the Monster Truck Show either. Right? you want her to
Well, you don't want to be outgunned.
Yeah, she can't be Sally Stats, right?
It's great to have a girlfriend who likes hockey. It's not great to have a girlfriend who knows 10 times as much about hockey as you do. So then all of a sudden, you're the chick, and she's explaining offside to you. And you just feel like a dink all of a sudden. It's a very delicate
Isn't it fun
balance,
though,
but
to
I think it would be
play stupid a little
good.
bit so she can explain it to you and
Well,
feel that
I
surge of-
think a lot of women start watching sports. Like I have a friend of mine who's married, Tim Nutt, and his
Tim
wife
Nutt?
watches. Yeah, it's his name.
Okay.
It's Dick Trickle.
Dude's
Tim
name
Nutt.
is Tim Nutt?
This guy's name's
Nutt.
Tim Nutt. But his wife watches hockey with him, and she watches it because she enjoys it, but also because she enjoys being able to enjoy it with him.
Right.
Sure.
Because otherwise, he's not talking to her for that 3 hours unless she's sitting beside him watching the hockey game.
Well, I got the sports chick wife, but it's a different sporty thing. Like, she doesn't watch the hockey. She will, it's funny, she will actually change the hockey and put on Martha Stewart, but then she'll also climb a volcano with me and snowboard down
there
and huck
you
herself
go.
off 10
Yeah, I
cliffs
mean,
on the
that's-
way. So she's sporty.
That's very sexy.
Yeah.
That's very
That's
sexy.
very nice. I think it's great as long as the focus is on the game. I don't care who I'm watching it with. But I
Yeah.
think that if really hot women are in the room, even if they're into the game, guys start looking
yeah.
at them. So they can kind of ruin it. they can kind of ruin a good football
Ted,
game.
you're saying you're
you
into
know?
the football, but
Even
then
if-
the chicks
well,
are distracting.
The thing is, that it's better if they're kind of macho lesbian girls, because
Well,
you're not
yeah.
going to be looking at them that way, and then you can watch the game
Come
together.
on, Chris, are you buying that
if you've
crap,
ever,
Krista?
but if you've ever hosted like a Super Bowl party, if it's just guys, you watch the game.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
it's guys and
It
girls,
deteriorates. It gets
by the
subtle.
second half, nobody's watching the football.
That's
game.
You're
right.
kidding me.
No,
So
it just
girls
becomes a
can't be-
party.
It
No,
becomes
that's
Come on,
not
Chris,
true.
hold
An
on,
orgy
hold
is
on.
true. I
It
host
becomes
one
an
every
orgy.
year.
There
All
are
right, let's
lots
hear
of-
from the female
there
on
are-
this. Is
there
that
are
crap,
lots-
Krista?
That is crap. There are I sit and watch the games with a lot of my
I'd
guy
love
friends.
to watch a game with you.
Okay,
You know what?
honey, and I'll whisper Radic bonk in your ear. But we can sit there and watch it, and it doesn't have to become
Not
like
on-
I think
not on
guys
your
really
fault.
think that we'll
I'm
threaten.
not saying it is.
Hold on a minute. I think guys will think that we'll come and we will undermine that watching the game thing. I never
It only
understand
takes
why
one.
guys say we can't be
It only
there.
takes one woman.
Well, then
in the
kick her
group.
out.
And,
Yeah.
and so you're right.
Then kick her out,
There's just
see?
like a
Look
percentage
at
of women
you.
who like sports, like you, and
Yeah.
who will come and watch the sports. But in a group of friends, there's always one or two girlfriends
Oh,
who
I agree
aren't
with
into
that.
it, and they will wreck the whole sporting
like,
event.
oh my God.
Well, they
why
won't
are we
necessarily
watching the
wreck
game?
it. What they'll do
They'll turn it
is,
into a
is they'll
conversation, you know?
They'll start conversations on other topics.
They'll
and-
do the Mr.
and lead
Science
people
4000
into something they're
Well,
more
no, but
interested
a lot
the
of the
snack
time,
tray,
those-
you know.
Yeah, they're always like,
just handing things
What are they
out,
doing, Ted?
stuff.
They're doing what,
They're
Ted?
doing the
Ted
snack
really
tray.
what now?
Just like, just picking things up at the
And
wrong
I'm
time.
the one going, get
suddenly
out
feel
of
like
the
having
way.
a
Krista, would that distract you from the game? Ted's
No,
rump
I
roast
would
in your
actually,
face?
if
What the
those
hell am I
girls were
talking
there-
about?
I don't know.
I grew up with an older brother and the guys, and you know I'm a girls' girl as well. But I will say to those girls, take it to the kitchen.
Focus on
There's
the
a
game
big-
or out.
The
Right.
game
Oh, yeah,
is-
but it's,
you know what,
it's-
Christy, you're sexy.
You are.
see, I rest my
But you
case.
acknowledge
that
that
game
there are
down.
women
Turn
that
that
will
game
do
down.
that.
I wanna talk to
Yeah,
Krista.
I'll come to the football game. I'm really looking forward to going to the football game.
Well, because
And they
those
get
girls know
there,
that's what
and
the
it's-
guys are.
That's a trap. That's just
it's
a
a
trap.
trap.
Yeah,
That's
there
a
are the
trap.
girls that are
Beware
coming
the
to
trap.
watch
The chicks
game,
who are there to watch the
and
game,
they're-
I would agree that yes, it is a turn on.
and they're there you go.
It is.
They're the chicks who are there to meet guys.
And that's
Yeah.
not, like, chicks who are sports fans is not sexy on the surface. It's sexy the way women find aspects about a man sexy in terms of it's hey, there's a girl that I can actually live with for a long time and
Right.
not be nagged
It's something
about
you
watching
have in
sports
common.
and not
Someone
be,
who wouldn't make me flip during even the commercials of a hockey game. You don't want to get out of the flow of the game.
No.
Sure, the commercials is-
You know, it's all part of it. You don't want to
You
be
guys
told to
obviously
flip
don't
around.
know the secrets of naked hockey. Saturday night.
Will you
Naked
teach us?
Will you?
I got my,
Naked hockey.
I got my
Saturday
tongue
night?
stuck to a
Make it
pole
whole
once. I'm not
romantic
playing
thing.
naked hockey.
Saturday night, you know.
Okay, you've done this?
Oh, I mean, no, I'm not saying I
You're
have.
getting
but-
sexier by the minute.
Come on,
Well,
Krista.
you know.
So, Krista, if it's just you and your guy one-on-one, so to speak, and
Yeah.
you're watching the Leafs on a Saturday night or team to be placed there, what
Share
is
with
it?
us.
Some naked hockey? What are we talking about here?
Well, no, it can become if it's something that you love doing together, watching the hockey game.
But
it
is
can
it? Do
become,
you like watching hockey?
Can you
Oh,
have sex while you watch sports, Krista? That's what we want to know.
Absolutely. Is that what you're trying to get
Yes,
at?
can we
I
get
think
to
that
that?
takes
Women
away from the
can. I don't know
focus
if
of the
guys
game.
can.
I don't know.
See, that's where you can
Are you
disconnect
kidding,
yourself a
Riker?
bit. If you can have sex during sports, you're disconnecting yourself from the sport. Guys can't,
That's right.
guys can't disconnect
You're not
themselves.
really a fan then.
All right, let's get out of here on that. Hold on. So Tim is saying guys would
amazed.
never take themselves out of the game to have sex.
They would, but they're taking themselves out of the
We're
game.
coming right back.
They are
Being
taking
serious.
themselves.
Nothing's
out
been
of the game.
settled here.
I'm going out with this girl now. She's younger than me. But yeah, it's easy. You just gotta talk nice and show that you're real and do nice things. Like, I bought this girl a rose because we were at this club and this guy came in selling roses. I bought her roses, no problem.
Hey, welcome back to Real Men. A recent study by some psychologists, I should say, 67% of men say that they believe in love at first sight, whereas only 54% of women Hey? So that's got to prove it, right? Krista, men are more romantic than women. That proves it, right?
Tim, your eyes are like blue.
Lipid pools?
Yeah.
You got nothing.
No, they're not more romantic. Yeah, I got nothing. Sorry. Yeah. But I'm more romantic.
Are women, you're saying women are more romantic?
Women are more romantic. If the guys that are romantic there are heavily romantic, but there's not kind of in between for guys, I find. Sure. Generally speaking, I mean, if I think of all the women I know, yeah, they're very romantic. More so that they just want a little romance. Maybe they're not romantic, but they want somebody to be romantic with them.
Biggest load of crap. I've heard that stat. It just doesn't make any sense. Men, you know how men answer, "Oh, do you believe in love at first sight?" And they all confuse it with boner at first sight, right? They don't understand what love at first sight is, right?
Love at first sight, not the same as
But they're actually
boner at first
men men are more romantic until they get laid, and then it's over. Then the romance is done, and women want to sustain that romance. So they're more romantic over the long arc.
Ted, I think, hold on, I think we're proving men are more romantic with words like boner and get laid. That's the kind of stuff we're good for.
I rest my case.
Well, the flowers and the candy, if they get you there, then that's great.
Well, that's surface romance, right? A lot of women settle for that. They settle for just pressuring their guy into bringing the flowers. He's so romantic. He brings me flowers every week. Bringing flowers every week is not romantic. That's a routine that you've gotten into.
But we take it in a pinch because a lot of the times
right, because you'll take it over.
Hey, honey,
I think men are expected to be romantic, much more than women are.
Expected to be?
You very rarely hear a man complain that his wife isn't romantic. You constantly hear the complaint from women that, where's the romance gone?
It's true.
You don't romance me anymore. You don't.
But Chuck, is the romance?
But I think
Chuck, is that because the romance wasn't there, or was there and now it's gone, or do you think the romance was never there generally?
I think because women need a constant dose of it, and men romance.
A dose.
You can be romantic with your man, but I mean, how are you romantic with a man?
True.
Oh, I think women constantly do.
Women do
little things.
I'll make you dinner, put the candles and the flowers.
And you know what? Making the bed every morning, all those little things.
That's not romantic.
No, but that's not romantic.
But it is, though.
That's just making the bed.
It's the day-to-day little stuff. But I think what the guys don't complain about.
But then a guy could say, taking out the garbage is romantic for me.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, but
all those little things
that comes back with. No, I think.
But just a minute, the guys.
The point I was trying to make, that I was hoping you'd make for me, is I think women, for men, usually involves sex, lingerie.
That's romantic.
Drawing a bath and lighting the candles in the bedroom.
We do.
That's for a man. When a man's receiving romance, he's generally receiving sex. And when a woman's receiving, she doesn't want sex. Sex is the reward for the romance she gets.
Right.
No,
taking her to Paris is romantic.
Foreplay.
Men complain when.
But you better get some when you get to Paris.
Men don't complain that they're not getting any romance anymore. They complain that they're not getting any sex anymore. Women.
But we equate the same.
Okay. Women need romance in order to give you guys the sex.
Yeah.
Right? So if you just figure it out.
Oh, we have figured it out.
No, well.
Why do you think we're buying diamond rings and flying people to Paris and you're driving your SUV around town?
No, it isn't.
And I'm not even being smart and coy about it. I mean, the whole thing about the biggest sexual organ is the brain, and if women don't have any of that romance anymore, then it does just kind of die a slow,
romantic
painful death.
And there's unromantic men, just like there's romantic women and unromantic women, right?
Yeah.
So you're not going to make an unromantic man romantic. You're going to make him buy flowers. You're going to make him that. But there are romantic guys out there, so women should pick one or the other. And then if you pick an unromantic guy, don't push him to be romantic.
I don't think it's the flowers and stuff. Yeah, that stuff is nice, but I think it's, as I said, it's the most romantic thing a guy can do for me is say, tell me everything about your day-to-day.
I'm saying if you get a real romantic guy, you're not going to get flowers, you're going to get that.
Yeah.
If you pick the other guy that he's not really romantic, you're just going to make him give you flowers the rest of your life.
There's going to be a lot of boring dinners for the rest of your life.
Yeah, like a Pavlov dog that just learns that if I bring the flowers home, I'll get some. If I don't show up with some flowers.
I love the women. I love them. I give them chocolates.
Climbing a volcano with your wife?
Very romantic.
Very
absolutely.
romantic.
But men are, I mean,
I proposed on top of the Eiffel Tower.
I have to stand.
Oh, and you.
Hello.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
So,
I was in a hotel in Winnipeg.
Who did you propose? Hey, let's do it. No one's watching, really.
And I think there is, to be fair, there's a lot of pressure on you guys. I mean, I'm not going to play the violin too long.
There's more pressure on us than there is on you.
But there is a lot of pressure. We've got, movies where these guys are doing incredible things. And yeah, of course we like that kind of thing. But women, it's really just hey, let's sit down and have some naked hockey.
That's a great last thought. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Right, Naked Hockey's back. Naked Hockey.
It's going to be a couple of minutes. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
How about a hand for the band? Welcome back to Real Men. I'm Tim Steeves. We've been talking about romance. Are men more romantic than women? It might sound silly, but these guys found a way to argue about it. Ted, what do you think of everything you've heard about the subject?
Well, I thought I was a romantic guy until I heard about Tim proposing top of the Eiffel Tower. I asked my wife in a hotel room in Winnipeg, so
I killed it for many guys. I took a lot of flack from the boys when I got back, and word got out.
But I think that man, woman doesn't matter. There's romantic people, and there's people who aren't that romantic. You know? The romantic people should get together.
It's what you consider as romantic. Like as I was saying before, all those big things are beautiful, the flowers and the poetry, and but it's also like having a really great laugh. Or I know I sound very, but having a really great laugh, or being able to.
Actually,
but I think if you're in a relationship,
that's very romantic because it's very intimate.
I think if there's romance in the relationship, I think it's more dependent upon the man than the woman.
Generally, yeah. Alton had a good point.
Well, that's put on you, though. You're saying.
I think it is.
It is.
I think it's put on us by the women because I think women see it as if a guy's continuing to be romantic, it means he's still interested in me.
Yeah.
Tell me about
guys, and for most guys, I think that aren't romantic, they see it. Well, I still want to have sex with you, so obviously I'm still interested in you.
Yeah, but
for
I don't
them,
buy that completely.
But for women, it's completely different.
I also know that if you're comfortable with one another, the romance can be knowing that you can just be hanging out.
Hey, Tim, I want to hear what Alton's our cameraman number
Alton,
4. What did Alton say?
During the break, he had the line. He said, women want romance, but they seldom go out and make it happen. They could take because they know that men are not generally as romantic. They could take a little more proactive thing. Generally, a man can get more romantic if it gets started by the chick. You start the candles and the flowers.
Yeah, like my friend who says to her husband all the time, "Yeah, a little romance at Christmas, honey. A little blue box from Burke's under the tree would be fine." She just kind of tells him what she expects.
But that isn't romance.
Okay, sorry, that's it. We got 5 seconds. That's all the time we got for today on Real Men. Tune in next time. We'll be arguing about stuff. Thanks a lot.
Where's your purse? I need cab fare.
I wasn't saying that.